What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we've got a new demo to play around with, and in fact, a demo of a game that I think has been fairly hotly awaited. This is a game that blew up roadshows and whatnot like a year or two ago by being a city builder or like a colony survival. I guess it's more of a city builder. A city building game that's focused on terrace building on the sides of mountains, kind of like Himalayan style. The game has generated some pretty stunning feedback and some pretty stunning visuals as well. A lot of the press materials for this game look kind of wild with you building up the side of a mountain. And you guys know that I'm a real big lover of city builders, colony survival games. So I figured we'd take a look at it. The game is called LAYSARA Summit Kingdom. Something that's got too many of the vertical bars inside the M's right there. I have no proof that this is how it works. But something intuitively, deep down inside of me, makes me think that you need to enunciate the M multiple times for each of these downward bars in between the outside two bars. So it'd be like, LAYSARA It Kingdom. Like, we would have to do 4 mamas before we could get to the end of it, but I'm like getting off on a tangent right now. We're gonna dive on into the demo today, and we are going to play it for like 30 minutes. You don't have to watch my video. You can if you want to. But this demo is freely available. You can just go play it for yourself right now. I got a link for you down below in the description. So hopefully that helps you out. But along the way, I'm going to try to give you my impressions and my thoughts about the game. Things that I think it's doing well, things that I think it's doing poorly. Hopefully there's a lot more in the farmer category than the latter. No way to tell because I haven't really played the game yet. They haven't put out any demos or anything that at least I've been privy to. But I got a whole mess of emails this morning from random people telling me, hey, LAYSARA's got a demo out, you gotta check it out. So that's what we're doing. Let's dive on into a new game, but if you wanted to hang out with me even more, which is a terrible decision, you can do that on Discord, or you can do that on my Twitch, which are both down there. Okay, so we're doing the tutorial thing. They want me to move around, they want me to do some camera business. Look at that, I'm doing camera business, that's right, jingle in my favor. Let's have a look at this mountain. So it goes like all the way up. Okay. And our city goes like fully all the way around the mountain too. We are anchored to the, what is that? It's just like an extra road over here. Huh. Weird. It looks just like the roads that I get to build later. I fiddled around with the demo for like 4 minutes before I started recording this, all right? But what they want us to do is they want us to build a marketplace. The marketplace is the central repository that transports and like brings resources around and allows people to get the things they need in order to survive. This is a road-based city builder. So those of you that do not like road-based city builders, will probably not like that aspect of this game. Some people like them, some people don't, but in general, city builders tend to come in two varieties. Games that are like building-centric and like people-centric, or games that are like road-centric. This is a road-centric game, like none of your buildings function unless they are attached to a road, so that planning portion of the game is going to be fairly important. We also, I guess, have to attach this place to like the one road that leads into town. Yeah, and then they want us to have 32 citizens, so we're going to have to stamp out some buildings. I don't know exactly where I want to put the buildings, but it looks like we can fit like a little 3-chunk right there, so that's good. And maybe I'll do like another little 3-chunk right there. Each of those giving us 4 civilians. Looks good. You can't rotate buildings in this game. I think they're like prefabbed to always look at the viewer or the person playing the game. Since you can't like rotate the camera or anything, the camera entirely rotates about the axis of the mountain, like so. You see what I mean? Like you just kind of rotate around in circles. I don't think that like, if there was no back polygon to this building, it wouldn't surprise me. Like if the back of this was just empty and it had no texture or anything else, because like when are you ever going to see the back of it anyways? You know what I mean? So you can't rotate buildings as far as I can tell. When I was fiddling around with it for a couple of minutes, I pressed every key on my keyboard because I'm all about due diligence. And then I also went to the options and checked the settings, and the settings didn't have anything that had anything to do with rotating buildings. So as far as I can tell, you can't rotate buildings. Like this mandala right here is always vertical, and there doesn't seem to be any way that you can get around that. I don't mind the fact that I can't rotate the houses, but for something with such a large footprint as this, where it's going to take some planning, I'd definitely love to be able to rotate it so that it would sit right here and take up this spot, like horizontally. but I'm just gonna place it. I don't know what a mandala is. Like, I know I've heard that word before. As a mandala, it's like one of those big, like, dust paintings, right? Like, it's one of those big pieces of artwork with, like, colored lines made out of, like, colored dust. And then after you build it all the way, you're supposed to, like, sweep it away to, like, cast off your attachments or something like that. Is that what a mandala is? I don't know, man. I'm way outside my depths right now. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people lining up to tell me what a mandala is in the comments. I will learn. Learning will take place this day. Great, you have fulfilled a need of your citizens. We can find out their needs by clicking their buildings. Okay, so this is like Anno. There's going to be like demands and needs, and as we fulfill them, I would generally guess that these buildings are going to upgrade and become more sophisticated, then provide like more tax revenue, so on and so forth. It wants me to close down the house menu. Done. Finished. We also need to produce... Ooh, I like eggies. I get down on some eggies like right now. Oh, that's a market. I don't want to make that. So we've got a chicken farm. All right, well, chicken farm fits like almost perfectly right there. So maybe that's what I'll do. Chicken farm is now down. However, it appears to be upset about things. Produced goods are not being transported anywhere. Okay, so we're going to need some kind of like Tropico-style Teamsters. Oh, we send it to a... Okay, so we have to decide on an output. And then we've got like a little wiggly jiggly guy that's going over there. I think the developers said that a lot of the animations are placeholders for right now. Don't quote me on that, but I kind of make a habit of sort of like just thumbing through the Steam forums and seeing what interactivity has taken place between like the community and the developers a lot of the time. And something is ringing my bell right now about having seen a post from one of the developers that was talking about how animations are placeholders at the moment and are going to be redone. And so if you're noticing that they're kind of like stiff when they're walking around from this distance, it's kind of, honestly, it'd probably be fine. They'd give it like a little board game vibe where they're like tick, 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 like moving around town. But I think I read on the forums with one of the devs that they were planning on redoing animations and things of that nature. All right, so let's increase the food variety for our folks and produce sampa, a flour made from barley. Okay, all right, sampa. Let's make some sampa, bro. We've got a barley field over here. Okay. I can fit a house over on that other side if I put it right there. I'm trying to optimize for space because, like, we only have one mountain to live on. And we probably want the barley to go to whatever place processes the barley, right? Yeah, so there's our mill right there. Is there a move option in this game? Can I move this? I can destroy it, but I can't move it. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I will destroy it then. We will wipe that out. The music is going to get more intense because destruction has taken place. And that takes up 4 tiles right there. All right, fair enough. We will do something like that right there. And so this probably needs to go to there. And then this probably needs to go to not in range. Target building has to be inside the range of a production building. Oh, I don't have a yaks? Dude, yaks are super fuzzy and adorable. If I could have a pet yak in real life, I'd be so happy. It's also a fun word to say, yak. Our mill is receiving barley, but it is not producing the sampa. That's because it needs yaks to operate. Okay, to increase the yak population, you must build a simple yak breeding post. Will do. We've got yak breeder. Oh my god, these buildings are big, bro. They're chunky. I feel like that's probably the best place to attach it to. Hopefully it still functions since it's got that tiny adjacency right there. But we have some yaks now. Oh, and look at that. The yaks have been they've been filled in, so we don't need to worry about anything on that side, I don't think. So we kind of have a problem. We can't reach the marketplace, all right? We can't get to, I'm going to try to fix it by putting a road right here. I don't know if that will fix it. It did fix it. It did. So it was just the long run around there that it didn't like. All right. Take that over there. Oh my god, and my houses have upgraded. I'm going to wait till it tells me to click the thing. Upgrade 8 houses, the game says. Oh yeah, look at that, dude. Our houses got more sophisticated. They've got like some nicer tiles, dude. They've got like a little widow's watch right there. That one has like a little chicken with like one of those windy spinny things on top of it. I don't know what it's called, all right? It's a metal X with northeast, south, and west on it, and a chicken on it, and it rotates and it spins. It tells you what direction the wind is going, like a windsock, but much less clothy. Let's see here. Nice job. It's becoming kind of tight. It's time to expand. Connect your town to the area, and you can use a bridge. Okay. Oh, yeah. So we get like a bridge support right there. Oh, yeah, dude. There it is. So we've got our little bridge. Perfect. Okay. I definitely dig like the Himalayan thing they're going for here. Kind of a cool take on city building that I don't think I've ever seen before. I guess that's probably why it reminds me of Far Cry 5. Because like Far Cry 5 took place in a very similar setting, right? Lots of sheer mountains, yaks, machine guns going off, wingsuits. Okay, well, there's no machine guns or wingsuits in this, but there could be. It just depends how loud you guys rattle on the Steam forums, I guess. This newly reached region will be a great place for the second residential area, so let's put another marketplace there. Okay. That might, like, limit. Give me, like, a little bit of space here so that I can build some houses on either side, maybe. Because that'll save me a little bit of room. And then we take that guy right there and we just run a road in front of it. We have our operating marketplace. And so now it's kind of explaining to us the difference between lowlanders and supply is not meeting the demand of Senpa. Okay. Is there like an upgrade or something I can do that'll make that go faster? I mean, it looks like he's trying to produce. Why is it only at 20% production efficiency? Is it because there's not enough barley coming in? So I could actually like barley this thing out a little bit more aggressively? Okay. I think that's probably a good idea. I wish the barley fields would fit in like a better spot. But there's a little bit more barley there. Now we're producing more Senpa so that people can make bread. And they can be satisfied off of the barley of the mountain. So we need to figure out how to make artisans happy. We have artisan houses right here. Let me lay down some initial roads and we'll figure out what it is that we want to do. There we go. And we will put down some artisan houses. Probably like right there. They don't fit around back. Well, they kind of fit around back. Sorta. Not really, but kinda. I need one more artisan house, but I don't know exactly where I want to put it. I guess I'll put it right there. Alright, so we have artisan houses, and like 4 people are living inside of the artisan houses. So what do these guys want? They want cheeses, they want eggies, and they want Senpa. I think I can do all that. So let's have a look around here. We've got some baths as well. So clean citizens are happy citizens. This will grant you access to baths. For people living in the houses in... It's really big though, isn't it? It's going to be like a chunk master of a building. I can tell already. Okay, I will keep that in mind for later. What's up with our treasury right now? Oh, money is turned off for the demo. They just let me build whatever I want freely with no consequences. That's good. I find that I operate best in life with no consequences. It's a thing that I've noticed about myself. Let's drop 2 of you guys in there. And then a mill. We will output you guys to there. We will output you guys to there. And then we will output you guys to there. So they now have Senpa. We also need to get cheeses. And we need to... Oh, they want baths as well. I mean, a nice, pleasant bath is a good thing. And it fits. So why not, you know? Like, I guess I could have the road be a little bit cattywampus right here. I don't want it to be cattywampus, but I think it's going to be cattywampus, all right? There's just a little, yeah, it's a weird turnpike, but it's going to be fine. Everything's going to work out okay. I want to zoom in closer so that I can watch the things that are happening. I want to run my hands through the barley gladiator style while it blows in the wind and a lady's in the background like, ah! Like I want to do that thing. I don't know why I want to do that thing, but cinematic releases have taught me that I want to do that thing because that's what the hero always does. like at the beginning of the adventure before he dies horribly. We can deliver eggies. Actually, we can deliver eggies from pretty far away, so there you go. You guys ever have eggy in a basket, dude? Eggy in a basket's like super popular with me. It's just like you get some buttered toast, right? You butter the bread, you put it in the toaster, it comes out all crispy and good, and then you just lay a fried egg on top of it. Or like what I like to do is I scramble the egg, I make an egg patty, I put that on top. Like I take breakfast food very seriously, okay? This is a line that I'm willing to die on. But you take the eggy patty that you've made, right? You put that on top of the bread, and then you cover it with some Monterey Jack and a little bit of sharp cheddar, and you let it melt like in the pan. That's how you make the patty, is you put cheese over the top of the scrambles that you put inside the skillet, and that bonds it together into like a patty that you could cut out with the spatula that's like perfectly the right size for the toast. And then you put it on there, and then you hit it with a little tiny bit of white onion, and then you hit it with like a little tiny bit of that salt and pep, and there you go, dude. Eggy in a basket, good to go. It's also good if you just fry the egg and lay the fried egg on top of it and then hit it with some salt and pepper. But, you know, this bath is actually kind of dope, dude. Look, they got little changing rooms on each level. I'm trying to, like, identify details here because this does seem like one of those games where the developers care very much about the appearance of things. Like, each of the buildings has, like, an alternate graphics so that they don't run together quite as poorly. We got the same graphics side by side right there, so maybe some kind of clumping for houses that are facing each other like that. But these ones over here, like, diversified, and each one looks a little bit different. Is there a difference between our two farms? Doesn't look like it, but this one right here clumped and became one big farm. So yeah, little details that I'm noticing as we're playing the game. Cool stuff. Next up, we have baths, we have eggies, we have Sampa, and now they want baths again. Wait, is it not enough baths? Oh, it was cheeses, right? It was cheeses. It's not the bathtub's fault, it's cheese's fault. So with the we need a Yak Shack. Yak Shack sounds like the worst fast food place that you could ever go to. Like, yaks are really adorable, and I want to pet them. But I feel like any place that incorporates yaks into their overall burger selling method, unless the burgers are made out of the yak, and then it's much less cute. But like, let's say you go to a place called the Yak Shack, you know what I mean? Just to get yourself like a number 3 with cheese. I just feel like if there's yaks involved, it's unsanitary. I don't know, like, I don't think the health inspector is gonna go for it. How big is the Cheesery? Cheesery's not that big. We'll put the Cheesery in right there. We'll drop that guy right there, but we don't have enough yakinators, so we're gonna need to get like another yak farm to like really pull this thing together. I'm gonna do 2 yak farms because I want to see how cool the clumping looks. I love games that incorporate clumping. That's what that's called right there from like a design standpoint. It's called clumping when you have buildings that become one building when you put them side by side with each other. And this game has it. And I like clumping very much. So there's our giant yak farm that is providing us with a near infinite quality of powerful yaks to do our bidding. We are also generating wool, but the wool output isn't really going anywhere. All of our buildings are ready to upgrade. I would recommend, so the instantaneous upgrading, it's fine. But having some kind of like 5-10 second build animation where like scaffoldings go up and then like, you know, the building slowly assembles from parts and then the scaffoldings go back down, it would make it look a little bit nicer and a little bit more modern. Since that tends to be like a standard feature of a lot of city builders nowadays. And it wants me to expand upwards now. We need to have a road that goes up the mountain. Oh yeah, looky there. So I can do that. I mean, it worked. Oh, that stairway, that's not even, is that an escalator? How does that even work? Oh no, dude, there's a yak inside of there. He's suspended so high above what is actually physically safe. Protect the yak, bro. We have reached a mountain in the middle zone. Production output of some buildings will depend on the zone that they are placed inside of. You can tell from their tooltip. Okay, so some stuff likes to be at the base of the mountain, some stuff likes to be mid-mountain, and some stuff likes to be at the summit. Gotcha. The beekeeper produces significantly more resources if you put it in the middle zone. Okay. I'll probably just have a road that runs like that then. It's cool to see this. I want to play around more, like, so I want to play around more with the districts that I have available. Like, what did they want? They want cheeses and they want baths. I think I can do that. I'm going to ignore the tutorial for a minute, and I'm just going to go off on my own and do my own thing, okay? You guys just grab onto the oh shit handles. If you don't know what those are the handles inside your car on the ceiling next to the window. That's what I've always called those anyways. I don't want to produce honey. I want to produce a bathtub. There is our bathtub. It is especially bathtub-like. We are now squeaky and clean. We must also provide these people with cheese. That will rely pretty heavily on the amount of yaks that I have. But I'm going to do my best here. We'll send the output over to there. We'll send that output over to there. It is receiving the yak milk. We don't have enough lowland workers, though. So more housing is going to be in demand. This guy's ready to upgrade already. Good for you. And then it says that all needs are fulfilled. So maybe inside this demo, we can't go up to level 3. I wanted to see if I could get these guys up to level 3, but it looks like not quite there yet. All right, beekeeping. Buzz, little buddy. What kind of beekeeping can we do up here? We've got a beekeeper. I don't think that it actually has like a production chain. I mean, it might, but... Okay, so I was kind of wondering how that was going to work, because it seemed to me like you weren't able to send outputs in between districts. And so we've got a building called a warehouse now that allows us to transport things in between districts. I'll just put it right there. That's a really cool looking building. I like that a lot. All right, so you send out to there. That now has honey. The honey can be sent to there. No carriers assigned to transport route. Ah. There we go. Oh, look at that, dude. They're going down the little escalator right now. They're going down the little yakavator, dude. Nice. Okay, so in dropping off honey, what else did they want? Fulfill the category needs to upgrade. They want me to send even more honey to a different location. So I think we're going to need more keepers of the bees, man. How many people work inside of here? 4 lowlanders? All right. Let us make further bees. Will these clump if I do that? Oh, they didn't clump. What if I go above? Will it clump? See, this is now my mission to obsessively find all the combinations that clump. That also did not clump. Bummer. All right, you guys come back over here. And then we also need to send out another transport route over to there. This transport route will have like a few more people, I guess. And it looks like we're sending out enough honey to keep everybody happy. If you've never tried it before, actual honey that's kind of like waxy and sort of like thick. Not the honey from the bear that's like a liquid with a bunch of corn syrup in it, but like actual honey that like if you scrape it with your thumb, it almost feels like wax, like it's like sticky wax. Try it. Real honey that comes like straight from an apiary. I tried it like a year ago. I got a jar of it. And every day I would take a teaspoon in the morning for my allergies because it's from local bee crops or whatever. And I'd been told that eating wild honey from local apiaries would fix your allergies. It did, by the way. It worked. It was really good, though. It was also super tasty. Honestly, one of my favorite parts of the morning. Difficult to take just one little bite. Let's see here. Produces copper. Can only be built on a cliff spot with copper ore. Oh, there it is right there inside the walls. You can see it. Oh, cool. Yeah, build a mine in there. Do it. So it goes right there, and then it's going to need like a little road that attaches it. We also need some more lowlanders, I think. Yeah, we need more lowlanders, even though we are now objectively no longer in the lowlands. I think I'm going to have to set up like an entire society up here if I want it to work. But then again, like the lowlanders that are down in this area, right? It looks like they count and they go up that way. Oh, they want more honey? Okay. I don't have any more lowlanders left, though. I got to work on it. Give me a second. I'm gonna attempt to bring you further lowlanders If you promise not to be upset with me. Very much reminds me of Anno in a lot of ways. That's kind of what it feels like, is Anno on a mountainside. All right, let's see. We've got more lowlanders. We don't have any outputs going anywhere, though, from our copper building. A copper utensil maker. It looks like we're making, like, copper coffee pots, you know, because all I want is a proper cup of coffee made in a proper copper coffee pot. You ever heard that tongue twister before? It's a tongue twister. Anyways. We will put utensil production right there. We will send the copper to there. It receives 4. It puts out 6. The 6 probably needs to go. Oh. You need separate warehouses for separate goods. It'd be really cool since this is assigned, right? It looks like it does, kinda. So it looks like there's little beehives that are stored inside of there. We're about to find out, though. What I was thinking is it'd be really cool if the warehouse that stores an output took on some physical hallmarks that represent the output that's going into it. So one that's receiving, let's say, copper implements would have a bunch of copper. It would have like cauldrons and coffee pots kind of dangling from windows on ropes. And, you know, it would have trays of kind of like shining silverware that's made out of copper with a guy standing behind it, like almost like he's selling it. Like, that'd be kind of cool, right? That'd be kind of like a sick detail. Like, I'd be down with that. I think that right there will work. Send you to there. So we now have the copper stuff. But who's going to want the copper? You can build another warehouse. Yeah, I already did that. And they want our houses to go up to level 3. Who was it that wanted, like, copper utensils, though? Oh, it was these guys right here. I guess the artisans want them. Oh, these guys want them as well, so everybody wants them. Okay. I guess silverware is pretty cool. Kind of a useful invention, I guess. I don't actually know how much of this I should be sending down here, though. So we do have a surplus. What is the demand for utensils? Oh, it's only 1.3. So we can actually lower this output. I do find the information that you need in this game is kind of freely available, which is really nice. And since the demand is only 1.3, what was the demand over here for copper pots? The demand is 2.6 for copper pots over there. All right, I think we've got that surplus. There we go. That should be all right. And now everybody's ready for an upgrade. Take them up to level 3 houses. I'm gonna upgrade them if the game allows us. I don't know. I was trying to make it rhyme, but we got to get 20 houses up to level 3. Foof. Okay, so a lot of our demands are not being met, but the good news is that there's a good takeaway here. It's that we have loads of lowlanders, so we have the ability to fix all of these problems. It's fixable. We just need more honey. We just need more copper pots, and then I think we'll be good. Now, we also apparently need textiles. Okay. I would say that the textiles should probably be somewhere near the yak farm, right? And now that that has textiles, I guess just send it over to there. Oh, nice. Level 2 artisan houses. I was battling, if you're wondering why I went quiet there for a second, I was battling a hiccup, all right? A hiccup was trying to take over the broadcast, and I cannot allow that. So that's a level 3 artisan's house now. We actually only need to upgrade 2 more things. Unfortunately, we're low on copper utensils, so I think I'm going to have to do another mine here, which is fine. The mine is fine. Unfortunately, in this situation, I find myself shockingly low on yaks. So maybe another big yak farm right there just to fill in a little bit of space. I think it's not the worst idea either to get like a few more honey places. I don't know if it can handle this many outputs. Oh, there's no road connection. I suppose that makes sense. Oh, now it can't reach though. Okay. They've actually got a fairly short range on here that you kind of got to like get used to the feel of. Like the ranges are not as long. Like that's one city block right there. Like you don't want to carry the honey one city block. But you'll make a bunch of money if you do. Copper utensils. There we go. We've got more copper utensils going out. We've got our own little thriving copper leaching industry going on out here. Copper harvesting is like brutal for the environment. It's really, really bad. Use of method. I used to be a geologist. For copper mining, there's really not a lot of great ways to mine copper that are not going to just absolutely decimate the environment. The popular one when I was doing my college training was leaching, which is using all kinds of acids and chemicals to basically burn away the stone around the copper so that you can easily collect it. Super bad for it. You gotta hope there's no groundwater nearby because it's not gonna make it. All right, so we've got... Are these both outputting to there? They are not. Ah, dude. This building's gonna have to move. All right, I should have checked that before I did anything else, but we'll put it like right there then. Oh, but then it won't reach the output spot. Okay, so we need it like right there. I'm just gonna stamp them out because there's no consequences for my actions. Like, there's no money in the game, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter if I screw this up. All right, so we've got 7.4 pots coming on out. These guys want like 0.4 more. So that should fix it. It is now fixed. These guys want 1.6 more copper output. I think that got us there. No, one more. There we go. And we still have a 3.6 surplus. It would be nice. So I think the game's going to need some kind of nomenclature. Like, they've got a click right here where you can click and see and it leaves the menu open. That's great for quality of life. But at an eyeball, it'd be nice if each of these little paddocks right here had like a name. So like A1, A2, A3 as it goes around the mountain, just had the A1 or the A2 right there so that you could memorize it. Or you could name these districts and the name of the district would be next to it. Like, this is a perfectly fine solution. But, you know, the other side would be nice too. This is LAYSARA Summit Kingdom though. I hope you guys are digging it. I think this is kind of, oh, they're low on cheese now too, man. They need further cheeseries. They also need more honey over there, unfortunately. All right, I'll throw another honey at you. Ooh, 2 more buildings. Nice. Yay. I've completed the Avalanche inducer. Have an operating Avalanche inducer in the topmost region. Oh my god, is that a giant Ricola horn? Bro, is that a giant Dr. Seuss device? It kind of looked like a giant Dr. Seuss device to me, chat. It's definitely looking Dr. Seussy right now. I gotta connect to the Dr. Seuss device. Unleash the Seuss. It needs yaks? Okay, we cannot Seuss with... Oh, it's snowing right now. Apparently there's seasons too. I learned a new thing. I just need some yaks. That's pretty much it. Couple more yakinators. Trigger and Avalanche. That feels like it was a really bad idea. Tough day to be an artisan, but that's the demo for LAYSARA. My only real complaint about the game is that some of the larger building footprints don't rotate. In the case, like, so I get why they did it that way, is because it makes the clumping more complicated. And because of the perspective of the camera, they saved a whole bunch of time, probably not even having to model or texture the back of most of the buildings. But some of the building footprints are large enough, and I'm fastidious and obsessive enough that I want them to fit perfectly into certain slots. And it bothers me that I can't get them to do that, and rotation would allow me to do that. So I'm not saying rotation has to be added on in, but I do like rotating bigger buildings. Smaller squares and whatnot, I don't really care about. But the really big building footprints, I wish I could rotate. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, it was LAYSARA Summit Kingdom. I will see you all next time. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'm going to go... Honestly, I'll probably get a glass of water. I don't know. See you.